Put this in her food, she whispered. And she will lose her mind, her path will be yours. In the bustling heart of Lagos, Nigeria, lived the Okonkwo family, Mr. and Mrs. Okonkwo, and their twin daughters, Nkem and Kayamika. Though they shared the same face, their hearts beat to different rhythms. Nkem, the firstborn by only a few minutes, was known for her grace and kindness. She was hardworking, focused, and respectful. Every morning, she woke early to help their mother, polished her shoes till they shone, and still found time to help her classmates study. Teachers and church members praised her often, calling her a shining example of a good child. Kayamika, on the other hand, was her shadow. She hated house chores, faked headaches to avoid studying, and spent most of her time scrolling through her phone or sleeping. When Kem swept, she complained about dust. When Kem studied, she mocked her. But deep inside, she envied her sister's light. Everywhere Kem went, warmth followed. In church, smiles stretched wider when she walked in. At home, her parents' pride was a living thing, it hovered in the air like perfume. Her father's eyes softened whenever Kem spoke of her grades or the praise she received from teachers. Her mother would beam as she served her an extra spoon of stew, her gestures filled with quiet affection. Kayamika noticed everything. She saw how Nkem's name lit up conversations, how the neighbors always mentioned her with pride. She saw how her parents' laughter came easily when Kem was around. Each gesture, each smile, each whispered compliment tightened something deep within her. Jealousy began to coil in her chest like smoke, slow but suffocating. She could feel it eating away at her peace, twisting every look of love toward her sister into a wound she could no longer ignore. Months later, the scholarship results for an international study program were announced. When the list came out, Nkem's name was among those chosen to study medicine in Canada. The family rejoiced, laughter filling their home. "My daughter will travel abroad," Mrs. Okonkwo shouted, dancing with joy. Even their father brought home a cake to celebrate. Kayamika stood in a corner, clapping faintly, her smile tight and false. She too had applied, but she hadn't been chosen. That night, while Kem packed for her journey, Kayamika sat on her bed, drowning in anger and shame. It wasn't fair. It never had been. A few days later, her friend Ngozi visited and found her sulking. "You still think about the scholarship?" Ngozi asked. Kayamika sighed. "I just wish things were different." Ngozi hesitated before lowering her voice. "You know, there's one woman my cousin went to. She helps people who feel life has passed them by. A native doctor somewhere near Ogun State." Kayamika frowned. "What kind of help?" "The kind that works," Ngozi whispered. That night, Kayamika couldn't sleep. By morning, she had made up her mind. She lied to her parents that she was visiting a classmate and took a long bus ride out of Lagos. The road grew rough and narrow, the air thick with dust. Eventually, she found herself in a small clearing surrounded by trees. Smoke rose from a mud hut ahead. Inside, the native doctor sat cross-legged, beads clinking around her neck. Her eyes were sharp, ancient. Without being told, she said, "You've come because of your sister." Kayamika froze. "How do you know?" The woman smiled faintly. "I can see envy sitting in your shadow." Tears filled Kayamika's eyes. "She gets everything. I just want what she has." The woman reached for a small bottle from a calabash beside her. "Put this in her food," she whispered. "And she will lose her mind, her path will be yours."